Google, Apple, Coke, Ford. No matter what you feel towards these brands, you will feel something, as will most people on the planet. And like organizations, individuals have brands too. Let's look at how understanding your leadership brand can transform the way you lead. Hi, I'm Stuart, and in this video, we're looking at leadership brand. Leadership brand is one of those terms that's pretty commonly bandied around, but rarely well understood. In this video, I hope to demystify the idea of leadership brand and give you a set of skills and tools to define and build your own, which will enable you to deploy your own unique style of leadership every day in the way that you intend. So what is in a brand? Well, many people associate brand with the slogan or the logo of the organization, but a brand is so much deeper than that. Let's turn this to a person. Let's take Richard Branson. Let's juxtapose him to Elon Musk. They both are businessmen. They both do similar things. But when I think of Richard Branson, I think of terms like collaborative, enthusiastic, maybe even humble. For Elon Musk, I might think of things like shrewd, astute, intelligent, maybe even ruthless. Now, I'm not necessarily right in these ideas, but you can see how they both get the result achieved, but in very different ways. It's this clarity around their brand that becomes such an important thing in them achieving their goals. So the benefits of having a leadership brand is that it gives you an internal compass to rely on to guide you in the right course of action in times of pressure or challenge. How do we go about building this leadership brand? Looking at building your leadership brand, we have a 5-step process. Step 1 is understanding yourself. This goes to understanding your core beliefs, your personal values, and how those together inform your behaviors. But they also look at things like, how do you want to be thought of? What do you want to be known for within your organization or after you've left? These things become part and parcel of step 1, which is understanding yourself. The second part of this is understanding your context. Now, the context can be thought of as what results are you trying to achieve and what environment are you trying to achieve them within. Now, lenses through which to look, 4 of them. Number 1, your customers. Number 2, your employees. Number 3, the investors. And number 4, the organization. By looking through each of these 4 lenses at your situation and at the results you want to achieve, it gives you a great platform to start building a leadership brand statement. Step 3 is about drawing ideas from part 1, being the understanding yourself, and part 2, being understanding the context, and pulling together between 4 and 6 descriptors that effectively capture those 2 elements so that you can combine them in a series of ways that gives rise to a statement. So an example, in my case, one of my personal values is efficiency, but my context, part 2, might require collaboration. So I could take these 2 terms and pair them in 2 ways. I could have efficiently collaborative or collaboratively efficient. To me, they mean 2 very different things, but depending on who I am and the context, that will dictate how I pair them and how I then go on to live them. So step 4 is bringing it all together and using what we've learned in the previous parts to now build that brand statement. The template that I use is I want to be known for so that I can. As an example, let me use myself. When I did this exercise, I came up with the following descriptors: efficient, collaborative, curious, thoughtful, enthusiastic, and strategic. And what that means now is I pair those together, which gives rise to I want to be known for being enthusiastically collaborative, thoughtfully curious, so that I can be strategically efficient. Those 6 words come together to really effectively capture how I want to be seen by others. So anyone can say those words, and I get that. But the difference between saying those words and having them mean anything is action. Step 5, do it. Live it every single day. And only if they are your values and they are relevant to the context will you be able to do that consistently. And that's what gives you your unique leadership brand. In this video, we've looked at leadership brand. We've seen that brand isn't about the slogans or the visuals or the fancy bells and whistles, but it's about who you are at a core level and how that understanding is translated and articulated to others. I've given you a 5-step process to define and put that statement together, which gives you an internal guiding compass for you to rely on at all times. Every leader has a brand. It's time you take control of yours.